I'm not crying. I just got something in my eye. Hey everyone, Brent the Middleman, your middle-aged middle manager, here today with my breakdown of episode 3 of the excellent HBO series The Last of Us. Just a reminder, I'm not a game player, so all my views will be show only. If you want to support the channel, please like, subscribe, and comment, and also so I can hear your thoughts about the episode. Now run to the bunker and blast some Whitesnake because there's definitely trouble. Episode 3, titled Long Long Time, starts off with Ellie and Joel in the aftermath of the test bomb. Ellie can definitely feel Joel's negative energy, and she's quick to remind him that he and Tess decided to take the mission, and what happened was not her fault. Joel seems to appreciate the bluntness, and they move on to the market where Joel stashed some gear. While he searches for his stash, Ellie finds the underground break room, some clutch tampons, and a mushroom monster who was crushed by a cave in. We get a glimpse of Ellie's combination of hatred and fascination with the monsters as she toys with the trap fungus, eventually just stabbing it in the head. I believe this scene was meant to show that Ellie is brave and willing to do what's necessary to survive, and to let us know that she hates these things. And I'm sure we'll find out why in the coming weeks. Joel finally finds his gear, stashing the assault rifle because it's useless without ammo. He lets Ellie know that they're headed to Bill and Frank's, and she asks if they're nice, and Joel says Frank is, and they move on. Along the way, Ellie asks Joel how the whole outbreak started, and from what we've seen, his description is pretty accurate. He says that the cordyceps probably mutated and were spread in flour or sugar, which was found around the world. After that, it only took a few days for the whole world to fall. Then they pass by a mass grave of what were probably healthy people, killed only because the quarantine zones didn't have room for them, and Fedra believed they were better off dead than a mushroom monster. It's here that we flash back to Bill in his bunker, monitoring everything that has been going on, and because of his paranoia, he is well positioned to not only survive the outbreak, but dominate it. We get flashes of him collecting supplies and taking over an entire small town, surrounding himself with an electric fence and booby traps. Then, after a few years alone, Bill traps himself a man. We then meet Frank, a smooth talking gentleman who's lost everyone he was with as they fled a fallen quarantine zone. He manages to charm Bill into a meal and a shower, and then seduces Bill with his below average piano skills. He recognizes that Bill has the same inclinations as him, and then sweet talks him into bed, which bought him a lifetime at Club Bill. We watch the two lovebirds survive and fight with each other and grow older, and eventually meet Joel and Tess. Despite Bill's paranoia and Joel's, they end up trading with each other. As we get closer to present day on the show, Frank ends up in a wheelchair with what appears to be Parkinson's or ALS, or something that is making life not worth living for him. He asks Bill to give him an amazing day, including getting married, followed by a lethal dose of pain pills in his wine. As Frank told Bill of his plan, anyone with two ears and a heart felt Bill's pain. Frank was obviously the only thing Bill has ever loved, and now he's being asked to help end this person's life. The whole day was touching and heartbreaking as it ends with Bill deciding to die with Frank. I believe this is a change from the game because I think Joel and Ellie actually meet Bill, but I've never played the game, so I can only say that I loved what they did in the show. Because as we jump back to Joel and Ellie arriving, only to find the flowers dead and the food rotting on the table, along with a note from Bill to Joel leaving him the supplies he needs to go west, we get one of the most impactful show moments from a character that isn't even alive any longer. In the note, Bill tells Joel that through Frank, he learned that humanity is worth saving and protecting, and while he was referring to Tess, he inadvertently gave Joel the motivation he needed to get Ellie where she needs to go. Brilliant. Loved it. Joel and Ellie then collect much needed supplies and a car, and I loved her reaction to her first time riding in a truck. Between this and the scene where they talk about airplanes, we start to understand what it must be like to be born into a post apocalyptic world. As they drive off listening to Linda Ronstadt on cassette tape, we get a shot out of the open window from Bill and Frank's bedroom where we know their corpses are together in bed. I appreciate the choice to not show them And just let us imagine them embrace one last time for eternity, while two living people drive off to try to save the world, made possible by their love. Yeah, I know I'm being sappy, but this episode really touched me. We have seen these zombie shows and movies before, but The Last of Us is bringing a real heart and humanity to an old story. Bill had given up on humanity prior to the outbreak, but found his purpose through love. Joel had given up on humanity after the outbreak, but this same love is now giving him hope. Because even in our worst times, love can turn everything around. And if you'd like to show your love, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment with your thoughts on the episode. Here are a couple more videos to watch while you wait for the next one. Once again, I'm Brent the Middleman. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.